Hello everyone and happy Friday. I've always wanted to do a 24-hour readathon. However, I'm not actually really able to do one. If I did a readathon, it would really just probably be an hour of reading. Kind of did a video kind of similar to a readathon where I tried to read a book in one day, which I think that was actually my very first official video. One of the reasons why that video was so hard is because I really just don't have the time to do a 24-hour readathon during my normal day-to-day life. So instead, I thought I would do something kind of different. Basically, how much do I read in a timed 24-hour? I'm going to be using my stopwatch on my phone until I hit 24 hours. I have read 3 hours and 44 minutes. I've not yet finished a book. I will not be including audiobook because I kind of feel like with audiobooks it's kind of more cheating because I can speed it up and stuff like that. I'm just going for how much I read physically in a timed 24-hour period. I'm 60% of the way through of one book, which is The Castle School by Alyssa Sheenmail. I'm so sorry. The other book that I am reading, Warriors: The Last Hope by Erin Hunter. I feel like I'm gonna cry when I get through that book. I've almost finished 2 books. Technically, I was already halfway done with the Warriors book before I even started doing this video. But oh well. I won't be getting into too many of my thoughts for the Warriors books that I'll be reading in this video. If you'd like to know more of my thoughts on that, I think I've read 8, I think it'll be 8 books that I read in that reading vlog, but I'm not 100% sure. But the next episode, Rereading Warriors series, will be up the next week after this if you'd like to go check that out. I'm actually really excited to see how much I actually do read in that amount of time. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video and let's just get into it. I am 6 hours and 40 minutes of reading? I don't know how to word anything in this video. I have finished one book, Warriors: The Last Hope, which is the final book of that specific arc. Enjoyment wise, it's a 5 out of 5 stars. If I'm being more critical and stuff, it's a little bit different. I would say it's a 3 or 4. I had basically issues, I guess, with ending, how it all came together. I think I kind of spoiled myself a little too much years and years ago when the book first came out and I hadn't read it, but I basically looked up all the spoilery stuff, and so I pretty much knew everything that happened in the last portion of the book, and I did not realize it until I finished the book, and I'm like, wow, I already read the last 100 pages in the book by reading all the spoilers. So I kind of ruined that for myself. It did take me 3 hours to read 120 pages of The Last Hope, so I think that shows how slowly I read. I feel like some people can read 100 pages in an hour. I can't do that. Okay. I'm almost done with The Castle, I believe it's what it's called. I've been really enjoying it. It has surprised me because I thought it was going to be something totally different. The way that it was set up, it was so mysterious, and I went into this book knowing absolutely nothing. I just stumbled on it. But this one, I thought it was going to be like a horror of some sort, something kind of like, oh, Mexican Gothic. I thought the setting was going to kind of be like that, the eeriness of it, and it wasn't there, which wasn't a bad thing. But I think I went into it expecting something else, and I got something a little bit different, which again, not a bad thing because I like what the book is delivering so far. I've been sitting here for about 20 minutes because I've been procrastinating going to work, so I really gotta go to work now. I'm tired of updating at my desk, but if I go over there, maybe it's gonna bug me. I finished The Castle just now. When I finished it, I give it a 5 out of 5 stars. I thoroughly enjoyed it. So I actually haven't really explained what the book is about. Our main character, Moira? I don't know how to properly say her name. Like, it constantly says how to properly say her name, but I have the memory of a goldfish. So Moira just recently lost her best friend, Nathan. She is basically grieving. And to help their daughter, her parents enroll her into the castle, which is supposed to help troubled girls. Pretty much, I think all you need to know The book, I think, definitely at first, I thought it was going to be a thriller. The book, I feel like at times comes, like, wants to trick you into thinking that something is indeed going on in this book and that it's really a thriller and stuff like that. But I think near the end you really understand how perfectly tricked the reader I was while reading it. This book tackles many different mental illnesses, so please to be aware of that. Even before you go into the book, it has a trigger warning area, which I think more books should have that. It was so good. I really felt for the main character, and I loved all the other characters, all the other girls. I can't explain it without saying too much. I think the next book I'm going to read is Something on My Shelf. I forget when, but I did finish another book. I finished Yellowfang's Secret. This video is making me realize how slow of a physical reader I am and how much I rely on audiobooks to where I read quite a lot. I have almost read 60 books so far this year, and I think most of them are audiobooks, which is not a bad thing because I've always been aware that I'm a slow reader. The other video that I'm going to be reading is Anne of the Green Gables. Yeah, I'm going to get to reading this. Little update on the reading. I'm going to make my bed as I do this because I'm multitasking and I have to get stuff done because life. So, I think the last time I updated you guys, I was starting Anne of the Green Gables. I think I got around to page 50, page 60, and then I decided to DNF for this book. The book itself had a charmingness to it. It didn't have much plot, but after looking at some reviews, a lot of people said it's more character driven. And I personally didn't like our main character, Anne. She was a little annoying, too talkative to me. I know that's kind of like her charming point for a lot of people, and I just didn't like anything that I was really reading. So after I DNF'd Anne of Green Gables, I went on to another book that I've been wanting to read for years, and that is The Diviners by Lily Bray. And I am thoroughly enjoying it. I can't read it at night because then I'll get freaked out. But I love all of the characters. It's very interesting and intriguing. I love the atmosphere of it. Come on, Kira. And yeah, I'm reading it super quickly. I'm already halfway through it, and I can't wait to finish it. Oh, invisible toy almost caused my death. I have done it. 24 hours of reading. I did not finish The Diviners. I am around 65%, but I didn't hit 65% in the 24-hour period. Once I hit the 24-hour mark, I was around 62% of the way into the book. Books that I actually read physically was The Castle School for Troubled Girls, and then Warriors, Omen of the Stars, The Last Hope, and then Warriors, Yellowfang Secret. I didn't finish The Diviners, but I'm still kind of counting it. Other books that I did try to read during this but ended up DNFing was Zodiac, Anne of Green Gables. There's only those two, but I thought I had DNF'd another book. But in 24 hours, I read 2.5 books, technically. If you think about it though, I probably read around 3 to 4 books if you really want to get nitpicky, because The Diviners is around 400, 500 pages, and I read half of that. And then I read almost 100 pages of Zodiac, and then almost 100 pages of Anne of Green Gables. So that counts as almost 2 other books. Fortunately, I don't like every book that I read, and so I will DNF them every once in a while. I really enjoyed Yellowfang Secret. It was probably my favorite special edition from the Warriors series. The Castle School for Troubled Girls. I really enjoyed that, and I really recommend it. And then I read half of The Diviners, which I really enjoyed. I really want to finish it today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you next Friday. Meow! Bye-bye! Saying goodbye.